Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph from Green Grow Love, and today I'm just going to have a bit of a chat to you about how my summer garden has annoyed me. This year my soil has been really compact, which is meaning the plants are quite a bit smaller than other people in the community garden. I know, like, when I dig up a little bit of soil, it comes up in like a giant chunk. It's really hard clay, so there's not a lot of things that are producing. Like, I'll get, a zucchini, I'll get a few tomatoes, I've got some basil and some beautiful flowers, but for the space, I'm not getting as much as I could be. So I'm thinking about just cutting my losses and snipping everything, maybe giving it a little bit of a dig, adding so much compost, chicken manure, cow manure, horse manure, even like a mushroom compost, just because we're at the end of summer now, and I've got my cabbage seedlings and broccoli seedlings and my cauliflower seedlings all ready to go. So I think I just have to bite the bullet and do it, just rip it out. I'll leave a few things, like I'll leave the basil to let that flower, I'll leave the marigold to let that flower, and all of my flowers I'll leave them, but everything else I think is coming up. So actually I've got a few, my garden's just there, that's why I keep looking at it. I've got a few dwarf beans and a few chilies and capsicums that I'm going to leave, but they're all in a certain section already. So I'll most likely dig up 1/3 of it first, which is the tomatoes, and then move on to the next and next over the next week, because it is going to take me quite a while. I did try to dig up a little bit of the section last week, and I dug up maybe 30 centimeter by 30 centimeter, maybe a little bit bigger, and it took me so long, and the soil was so compact, I just couldn't believe it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with my garden. It's a little bit frustrating me. I'm only 2-3 years in, so it's a little bit disheartening, and I feel like, what have I done wrong and what could I have done? But I can't think like that, so I just have to continue to learn. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, if you've stuffed up something this year or last year, don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay to make mistakes. It's always a learning process. I just spoke to Lino in the garden, and he was saying, this year I stuffed it up, but it's okay, I've got next year. And then he said, I've been doing this for 21 years, so I'm on year 2 or year 3, so I've got a long way to go. And at year 21, it doesn't get easier. I mean, it probably does get easier, but it's still, there's challenging things in gardening, and soil and plants and sun and water and everything, even things that aren't in our control. So yeah, I just wanted to jump on here because I've just started getting into the videos, and I was so excited to do weekly garden tours, but I think I left it a little bit too late. I still have my garden at my house, which has some tomatoes and things like that, so I'll still get a little bit of a harvest, but hey, there's always next season. So I might put in a few little clips here of me trying to dig it up and seeing what I can do, and having a chat to a few people just to see how I can amend it for next year. But yeah, if I do, enjoy that, and if I don't, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for stopping by. See, like, even the tomatoes, not doing so well. The marigold's doing amazing, but this was just the little square that I dug up, and it was so compact, I couldn't believe it. I've got some capsicums, beans, and then some capsicums and beans there, but most likely the zucchinis will go, all the flowers at the back will stay. I did plant some radishes and some Chinese cabbage here, so I'll give it maybe a week, and see how that goes. But this edge, I'm going to rip out all the tomatoes. I'll put the tomatoes in a brown bag, just so that I can obviously continue to eat them. And then I'll keep the marigold and keep the basil. And I probably will rip out those 2 chilies plants. And this will be my bean/pea pea area. And this is what I'll amend first. So this third will be amended first. This third will be amended probably second. And then that one will be amended last. Just because of the flowers, I'm considering that one whole bed. Just showing you the size difference between the cup and the capsicums. So this is the same height as my neighbour's garden, but look at the difference, like, ugh. The flowers that I've grown are finally coming through. Even these cucumbers, I thought by now would have grown up the trellis. Okay, so I don't think soil should come up in this big giant clump. So I'm gonna have to amend it. And I found heaps of curl grubs. This is not a job for one day, I don't think. I also just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone that's subscribed to this channel. Like, even just one person blew my mind. So yeah, just a big thank you. Thank you for watching, and I hope it's a little bit entertaining, and hopefully one day we'll all learn some things together.